a fly in my room. How did that fly get in here? Anyway, this is annoying. I wonder if I should go trap it. Well, anyway, I will keep going here. So, hi everyone. I'm back today after a long hiatus to talk about long wearing lipsticks. We are in a pandemic, in case you didn't know. In case you didn't know, we're in the middle of a pandemic and you have to wear a mask, and that's that. Hey, if you haven't seen my series about speaking wearing a mask, make sure you check that out. I will link to that either in the comments or above or somewhere. So because I'm a beauty guru now, also, I have been asked many times to talk about makeup for mask wearing. And I think one of the biggest problems is that when you wear lipstick and you put the mask on, that mask either melts it and then it's all over your face, or it just takes it right off and then you have to put on lipstick. Anyway, so today I'm going to talk about long wearing lipstick. The long wearing lipstick is a bit of a slippery slope because it will wreck your lips. Seriously, the reason it lasts so long is because it like shellacks to your lips. And yeah, it'll stay there all day, but it'll look really great for like an hour. And then as you go through your day, it just kind of gets cracked and looks awful. And so you either have to take it off and then start again, or keep topping it up and then it gets crusty and it's awful. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you a few things that will help you with this. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, check out my blog, and if you're interested in all things voice, go and check out my other website, www.rachelbgoldenberg.com. Let's get talking. So a few things that might help you. One is to use a lip scrub at night. This one is by Bite, and I don't really recommend it, frankly. It's not great, but it's one of the only ones that I actually have. It's sort of goopy and a bit gelatinous, but it has a little bit of scrubby type things in it, and it tastes kind of like brown sugar. But honestly, you could just mix a little bit of brown sugar in some coconut oil or some olive oil, and then put that on your lips as you're washing your face, or before you brush your teeth, or after you brush your teeth. Before you brush your teeth, and just rub it, maybe once or twice a week. Don't do it too often, but it really does help to exfoliate all of the dead skin cells, and then your moisturizers can set in. Now at nighttime, if you haven't discovered this, you definitely need it. This is the Laneige sleeping mask. As you can tell, it's been by my bedside because it has cat hair all over it. I have a fluffy cat. He has hair everywhere. It doesn't matter how much I brush him. Anyway, this is lovely. I'm almost gone through a full jar here. You can see it's sort of the consistency of Vaseline, but it goes on much more smoothly than Vaseline. I've had this jar for over a year now, and I'm just coming to the end. But every night I put this on my lips, and it really does help keep things hydrated. I used to have lips that would peel on me quite a bit, and they haven't done that since I've had that. And as I've said many times, I live in the driest climate ever, especially in the winter time. It's nuts here in Canada, so I highly recommend this. I have a backup jar ready and waiting. Now during the daytime, when I wash my face, or when I'm getting ready in the morning, I do my moisturizers and that 12-step program. I also make sure that I put on lip balm, and this is the Eos. This one is the sweet mint, or the minty one, and it's as you can see, I've gone through it. But it's the sphere, and the mint one is actually quite nice for daytime because it's a little bit drier. It doesn't leave greasy residue, and what you don't want is a greasy residue underneath your long-lasting lipstick, because then it will just slide off. So this one is nice to put on, and just, I put it on when I'm doing my moisturizer, and then, you know, I'll go do my hair and let that sink in. And then when it's time to do my makeup, just before I put on my lipstick, I just take a tissue and take it off, whatever's excess, and then something has sunk in the morning. The other one that I quite like is the Eos coconut milk. Let's see what shape this one's in. Oh, no, I've used quite a bit of that too. But this one is also quite nice during the day. Another thing you can do is, if you don't want your lipstick to be quite so dried, let's say you were out doing something, you had to be masked, and then you went to an outdoor restaurant or something, and you just wanted to top it up rather than putting on more lipstick. You can add a topper. That I've done that today with this one. I'll talk about this lipstick. Now, I will warn you that if you put a lip gloss on it, this is the Clarins Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil, which I talked about a number of times. I quite like this. It will melt the lipstick, and it will no longer be transfer proof. So you see, there's quite a bit there. So just be forewarned about that. But it does sort of rescue you in a pinch if you're like, I can't put on more of this, but you can add that, and then it'll sort of melt it down and make it more hydrating, and you can then wear it without looking like your lips are about to crack off like your heels in winter. The other topper that I quite like is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Milk. This is the Gloss Bomb. This is also really super shiny. It's almost white, but it's quite beautiful. So you can put that on, just a little dab in the center of your mouth or wherever, and it will rescue your look. I have 3 brands of lipstick today. I will do a little try on of the different shades that I own in between this, and you can see them. So let's start off with the Maybelline Superstain Matte Ink. These come in an array of colors. In fact, all of the lipsticks that I'm going to talk about today come in a variety of colors. Now, this one, Lover, has been one of my go-to for a number of years. These lipsticks are lovely to paint with. They go on quite pigmented, that's one layer, and they will stay all day. I do find that after about 4 or 5 hours, the inner rim of my mouth is depleted, so I might add a little bit more there so I don't look too weird, especially if I'm wearing a darker color. The other color that I quite like is Lover, and if you checked out my speaking skills for mask wearing videos, that's the lipstick that I wore in that. I got quite a few questions about that, actually. that was quite popular. So these lipsticks, they don't budge. You can see me here doing some testing. They're quite lovely. A number of YouTubers will talk about them as one of their favorites for long wearing lipsticks. I have not worn the Maybelline ones multiple days in a row, and the reason is I really do think that they shellac to your lips and they will pull out moisture more than any other one that I have worn. So just be warned about that. My next options are the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayons. So they're not the liquid ones, but they are also super long lasting. So I started off with this particular color, which is called Seek Adventure. And I'll just show you here. It's a lovely pink. I wore this one in the video about Party in Pink, if you've seen on my Instagram. And it's lovely. Now, the nice thing about these is that while they are relatively transfer proof. As you can see, I can move that around a little bit. So they're slightly more hydrating, but they will dry down and then they'll stay. They'll stay generally. I wouldn't say that they are 100% transfer proof. I wouldn't go make out for 4 hours and say, look, my lipstick is staying on. But I've never had a problem with it transferring to my mask. And you know, I'm a bold colored girl, so I like to wear color. And you know, I don't really fancy having a bright pink all over my face. This one is quite lovely. This is called Treat Yourself. Show you there. So it's a little bit darker. It's a little bit darker than the Seek Adventure, but it has a little bit more boldness to it. Lately, I've been enjoying Laugh Louder. As you can see me trying it on there. And this is a nice orangey color. That looks quite lovely. And I couldn't resist. I got a red. This one is Own Your Empire. You can see there. So yeah, these will dry down, and you know, if I look back at my original swatch here, that's already dried down quite nicely. So you just have to give it a moment to work for you. But these are nice and hydrating. These are the lipsticks that when I'm back and forth at the university teaching there and having to then come home and teach without a mask, I'll likely be wearing those ones more than anything. So the last set that I'll talk about are these ones by Sephora, and they happen to have these liquid lipsticks on sale. I think they were something like $15 or something, which is great. And they have like 40 different shades. So I bought 3, and I thought, well, I'll see how they work. And yeah, I'm actually wearing this color throughout this video. This is number 3. Unfortunately, they don't have their names on them. But throughout this video, I've been wearing number 3, which I saw on the website, and I thought, isn't that a gorgeous, pretty strawberry-ish color? There you see me putting it on there. I do find that these work best in layers, so I put one coat on, let it dry down, add another coat, and that works quite well. And like I said before, I did put the Clarins on top of it. It did melt it down. It is no longer transfer proof, but it's still a beautiful, bold color. So maybe that's an option if you're out and about, you've got the mask on and off, and then you come home and you don't want to take off your lipstick. So you put the topper on, and then that makes it last all day. Now this color I bought because I thought, well, I should probably have like a mauve-y color and just a nice neutral, and it arrived, and honestly it kind of looks dead, and I was worried that I would look dead, but actually it's quite a lovely My Lips But Better color. So I'll put that there. Yeah, how's that? And I'm quite impressed with it. I'm pleased with how it turned out. So that is number 13. And the last color that I got from the Sephora collection is number, I can't read in this light, 96. So here's a nice dark, bold red, which I bought, that's this one here, which I bought because I knew that I had the bright reds from Maybelline. So there's a nice bold red for me. So just one other thing that I would say about these, I was just today actually teaching a Breathe Sing Move class, which is my singing class for people with respiratory disease. And so because of the technical difficulties that they have, we do quite a number of tongue exercises. So one of the tongue exercises is to stick it out and then up and left. All right. And we do that a lot, and then we stick the tongue out. And I say the then we say the days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, etc. And it didn't budge. And even now, yeah, that stayed on, and I've got the melting topper on there. So I'm pretty impressed with these. They have lasted pretty well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you a little bit of information as you are preparing to return to professional life. Again, take the moment to subscribe and like this video. Leave me a comment if you have a long-lasting lipstick that you really like, that's worked really well for you. I would love to try it out. And as always, take care and ciao for now.